Nick Saban
The boy.
officially retires as Alabama's head coach. I don't know about
Wow.
you, but I didn't see this coming. Like, I don't know if anybody saw this coming.
No, no, not at all. Because there's no talk about it at all. He had one interview today. He said just the wear and tear of the traveling and the season just kind of grew on him. But damn, dude, like the era, like everybody, I don't know. It seemed to me, I don't know. You felt Alabama. I loved Alabama. I loved
Yeah.
watching them play football. It was like grown man football. It was so fun to watch each and every year. I know some people got their hate or whatever, but gotta respect, like, that's a goat right there. That's a goat that we, like, I don't know. For me, it kind of took him for granted because I thought I had a couple more years left, more of them. But sad, dude. Super sad. Hell of
Yeah,
a career, though. Hell of a career.
definitely. I mean, he goes down as arguably the greatest college football coach of all time. Couple more natties probably would have cemented that, but he's definitely up there. But in terms of his, before we like talk about that, like in terms of his like legacy in Alabama, uh, I mean, have the stats somewhere here. Seven titles over. I mean, since 2000. I mean, that's the most in college football.
That's just dominance.
Pure dominance. And the fact that he does it with like so many different, like he doesn't have players that stay there like 2, 3, 4. I mean, you have to, but like he has guys that go to the NFL, and he just pumps out this NFL talent like year after year after year. I saw a stat where um it's the one I'm trying to find. It's it's something along the lines of like Saban has more. I think it was like he has more first round NFL draft picks than he has losses at Alabama.
Oh my god. That's
Mind
amazing.
blowing.
That's amazing.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, I like to know, like,
Yep, I found it. 44 first round draft picks, 29 losses.
wow.
I mean, come on, man.
That's just amazing.
Like that's
That's
some
just
legend
amazing.
shit right there.
Yeah,
Like
that is.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I'd love
continue,
to
yeah, I didn't
know.
cut you off.
I'd love to know just like the percentage of NFL players that were coached by Saban. Like, it's got to be up there, at least in the double digits, like at least percentage wise. But
Yeah,
that's just fantastic. Did
it's a
you
good
see
question.
the names of potential candidates? More specifically, the old boy James Franklin was on the list.
Yeah, I saw that clickbait, ESPN. But hey, I mean, like if he gets the right offer, like I could see him bouncing.
Well, I think it was Pete Thimmel that tweeted like the coach's buyouts, like how much it would cost, and he had the original tweet, but like with you can see if like they edit it, and he edited it, you could see what the original tweet was. The edited version added James Franklin to that like buyout contract list.
Hmm.
So like I think this is just like when he was trying to get an extension, when he was like trying to pull some leverage or whatever. But I'm like, what kind of
Yeah,
leverage like do you want, JMO? Like you just got your big old contract. Like you just want to feel wanted. Like are the Twitter trolls getting to him? I don't know.
hmm.
Cause I don't
Yeah,
see him
yeah.
leaving. Like I mean I know it's Alabama,
Probably
but I don't
not.
see like why would James leave?
No, I doubt it. That's why I say it's mostly clickbait. But
Yeah.
like if it's like I can't see it.
I'm just saying
If it's
maybe
like
it's a little orchestrated. It's a little
yeah,
orchestrated.
I agree with that. I mean, he wouldn't be the first time. He's prone to doing that. Um, but yeah, I don't know who's going to replace him. It's definitely big shoes to fill. I saw a funny tweet that was like, first Alabama should call Kirby Smart, and then after Kirby Smart says hell no, then they should proceed on with their search. But hey, like, why not go for your rival, go for your rival's guy?
Well, I mean, he did. He came from the Saban tree of
Yeah,
Bama. So, um, same with another name I saw, Sisirkin with Texas brings over Arch Manning. I mean, like that could be wild. It's interesting. All
That would be
eyes are on
nuts.
Alabama right now, mostly because they want to see the coach and they want to see what the players do. Because everybody would love to add one or two Bama kids to their team. Speaking of Penn
Definitely, man.
State, already did. We got a corner, AJ Harris over there. So
Mm-hmm.
there we
Much
go.
needed.
So
Much
much
needed
needed.
after the
Well,
departure of Kalen King will be gone. I think Johnny Dixon. Um,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, that's another big thing to keep an eye on is how many of these kids were like this is when you'll start to see the Saban impact. You'll see whether Alabama like suffers a fallout or if they stay on top.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see. I talked about the college football odds for next season, championship odds for next season in the last episode. I wonder what they are now.
Oh, they definitely had to change because wasn't it Georgia Bama number 1 too?
Yep,
Mm. They probably dropped heavy.
had to.
That or
Yeah.
Vegas is still waiting to see.
Um, come on, give me an answer. Give me an answer. Give me an answer. Yeah, they're plus 1,000 at least on here
But
on
what was
FanDuel.
Georgia? What's Georgia right now?
Georgia's plus 300.
Okay, and well,
So
I think
so
pretty sure
they went
Bama was.
up.
I'm pretty sure Bama was plus 400 now.
I think 600 or something
600.
like that.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right,
I forget
all right,
exactly,
all right.
but I
Makes
know
sense.
Georgia definitely went up. That's
Oh yeah,
so the books think that like they're gonna run the SEC,
yeah,
which you would think
yeah. I see them in Ole Miss, bro. Don't sleep on
Texas
Lane Kiffin. He's building something over there.
definitely, man.
So
And Texas obviously moving to the SEC, so they
yeah, and
Quinn
Oklahoma.
Ewers Quinn Ewers is coming back,
Mm-hmm.
so which I found interesting. Um, that's gonna be something to keep an eye on, man.
Yeah,
Definitely gonna
SEC's
be
gonna
something
be
to keep an eye
lit.
on.
SEC's
It
gonna
will
be.
be.
It's gonna be awesome.
It will
This
be.
football game's gonna
That's
be
a
sick.
yeah. That's the thing with this conference realignment. Like schedules are tougher for some teams, like Penn State, obviously next year, and you got SEC teams stacking their schedules with addition of like Texas, Oklahoma. But you get like these games are this is cinema, man. Like
Yeah,
it's
dude.
gonna be awesome. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
as a fan,
fireworks.
this is exactly what you want as a fan. It's
It's gonna be
elite.
it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, for
It'll be
sure.
sick. Bama's fallout definitely gonna be something to keep an eye on though, or whether they maintain their course for college football dominance. We'll see. But
We'll see.
another team that is different situation. This has kind of been rumored for the last couple of months. Bill Belichick,
Yeah.
Nick Saban's former colleague on the Cleveland Browns, back when BB was the head coach of the Browns, Saban was the
Mm-hmm.
defensive coordinator. Fun fact, if
Crazy.
you didn't know that. So that's that coaching tree goes way back. Saban is even a little apple off of that. But anyways, Bill Belichick retires as the head coach of the New England Patriots, or he's let go, or
But
whatever they called it,
mutually
mutual
parting
parting
ways.
ways. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think that was the exact word. Mutually parted ways, and yeah, this was a long time coming. It's funny, like Mac Jones got Saban his last chip, and then like Mac Jones is the one who like he didn't like kill Bill Belichick, but he kind of killed Bill Belichick. Like he didn't
Yeah.
help. He didn't help his case.
Yeah.
So I just
True.
think that's kind of some funny symmetry. But and there was also that time period. Do you remember like 2014 to like 2018 where it would be every other year either Belichick or Saban would win a
Yep.
title. It would be either the
Yeah, I
Patriots or
remember that.
Alabama.
Yep.
And then there was like a year none of them won, and then um, Bama won in 2020. But So man, these two legendary coaches, like they have a lot of ties, a lot of history, and they both they both call it quits.
Well, I don't think Belichick's done yet. I think he's going to be a coach somewhere, or he's going to go to TV.
I think he's going to
Saban,
TV. I
yeah,
think he's going to TV.
Saban retired. I mean, Saban could probably still go to TV as well. Um, I could see him. I think there was already rumors about this, but taking over like Lee Corso's role on Pick'ems, which would be dope. But
He's a little younger.
yeah, yeah,
But he said his age was like a big part of why he retired. So he also could
yeah,
just be like wanting to kick up on a beach somewhere.
yeah, true. But back to
Saban.
Belichick, I don't think he's done coaching. I think people are saying Washington. They're throwing around Chargers. They're throwing around Raiders. They're throwing around all these names. I saw a report that that Schefter keeps kind of bringing up that there's a mystery team still there and they're in the playoffs, which can only
Eagles.
mean to which dude, I'm dead serious. Which can only mean to me
Dude.
it's Cowboys, it's Eagles, or it's Tampa Bay. Those are the only
Mm,
three teams that I think would make the most sense for Belichick. It'd be so funny if you go to Tampa Bay, just
that'd
following
be
Tom Brady,
hilarious.
like years after Tom Brady or whatever. But maybe Tom Brady comes out of retirement because he said he wanted to come out of retirement last year. I don't know. That dude needs to figure it out. But I think he's too old, bro. He needs to do his Fox deal. But Belichick to the Eagles, man. I could see it. If things fall apart, they lose to the Buccaneers this weekend. They fire Sirianni. They get rid of all that OC, DC, whatever, and then you bring in Belichick, bro, with Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown. I don't know. I don't know how Philadelphia would feel about that. Honestly, I don't know what hatred. I don't know if there's hatred or anything with the Patriots and Belichick with you guys. I mean, you guys beat them, so like maybe not.
Yeah, I think there's probably respect there. So if anything, he's like, and I think even after like the game, the week 1 game, like he had some glowing things to say about Hurts, and I don't know. I think he could take the. I think he could take the heat in Philly. Like I think he could.
I just don't think like. I mean, maybe Philly would, but I feel like there wouldn't be that much trash talk towards Bill Belichick because they just know they're like he's not gonna get a rise out of anything. Like he'd be
Exactly.
like trash talking a brick wall. Be like, okay,
Plus, like he earned his respect. Like it's if it did happen theoretically, it would be like kind of just like a it'd be it'd be a hope and a prayer. Like maybe like this is like a last ditch effort for Belichick and a last ditch effort for like this core sort of thing. Um,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I
I
don't know.
I had one of my buddies say he could go back to being a DC, and I was like, bro, I don't think like that would ever happen.
Nah, he's not gonna do that.
Like you know what? Like one, I don't think his ego would let him do that, and two, why would you leave to be a coach when you're like that established and have won so many rings to just go
Yeah,
being like the third guy like in
it'd be
charge?
like it'd be like beneath him. I think like
Yeah, like no offense,
plus
but
then if the defense that's a
yep.
role
Another
like where
one,
you can get like
another coach though,
some shit
Pete
because
Carroll
if the defense like sucks, it's like all right,
got
man, like why
fired.
you were a head coach, like why are you like trying to do this again? You're old, there's no way he does that.
Oh, you cut
I
out
don't
there
think.
for a second, but that's
Oh,
all
did
right.
I?
Yeah, it's all right though.
Oh,
All good. I heard you. I just interrupted you though. I said another coach though, Pete Carroll. He
yeah,
got fired from
he
the
did get
Seahawks.
fired.
Pretty surprising to me, honestly. I mean, even they win games and they've been missing out of playoffs or whatever, but they get rid of Russ, still kind of do well with Geno. Um, I guess like I mean, 10 years ago when we think about like really the peak of Seattle when they just hammered both of those drafts back to back, and we had the Legion of Boom and Russ and Marshawn and all that. I mean, crazy that was a decade ago, so maybe it kind of makes sense, but I don't know, man. Like, someone's gonna get a good ass coach. I mean, he's gonna get picked up immediately. I mean, I know he's 72, I believe. He's old, but still a damn good coach. I don't think he's done
Yeah,
yet.
he's got juice left, man. I think he's definitely got juice, but I think he's a guy who maybe could like go back to being like a DC because I think his problem is like he hasn't changed like anything, and his schemes are like getting a bit outdated. Uh, but maybe he's a guy who could go back, take like a lesser role. There's still like some people are saying he still might with Seattle, but take like a lesser role and still like be involved because yeah, he's still got juice. He's still like well respected and one ring should have two, but we don't got to talk about that. But yeah,
I even might like just go back to college, maybe,
could see that.
possibly. I don't know.
Uh, Maybe right off or like if he wants to give back to the kids, I don't know. Maybe NIL's like a whole new. I feel like he'd be a good NIL guy. I feel like
Yeah.
he would.
Well, I
I feel
mean,
like he's got like the energy
he
and the
he
for the
coached
loving old
Reggie
man.
Bush, so
Yeah, yeah, true. He does know a lot. He knows a lot about that.
so he knows a little bit about something. Um, but yeah, that was wild. Those three coaches kind of like back to back to
Yeah,
back, and
dude.
it's crazy. What like I thought was so funny about it is like all that news happened, and we forgot that like literally earlier in that day, Charles Barkley said that he wanted to punch Draymond in the face. Like I don't.
Dude,
Did you
yeah, I
even know
didn't
that that
even.
happened?
Maybe I saw that.
Yeah, he was like on some like
I
morning
don't
show
know.
or whatever. I don't even know, but he said he wanted to punch
Oh
Draymond in the
yeah.
face.
Oh yeah. No, I did. I did see that actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the lady is asked like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "You know what that means."
exactly. We were like, I was like, and then that happened. That was a story for like a couple hours, and then all these firings happened, and I was like, what? Just got
Dude, yeah, man,
shoveled down in the story. Then you
it
got
was
Stephen A.
nuts.
calling out Andrew Whitlock, like calling him a fat piece of shit. Like,
Fat
god damn, like
bastard.
what's going on in the sports world, dude? This is weird.
It's nuts. Yeah, man, that was a crazy. I'll never forget that. Like 70. No, it was like 40. It was like that like 48. I guess it was like more like 72. But like that period where it's like Saban and Belichick. It's like that 90-year-old couple that like dies. Like the one dies and then the other one passes away like a day
Like
later. It was
immediately,
like the
like
same
with them.
thing.
Yeah,
It was like the same
seriously,
feeling.
seriously.
Two goats, man. Pete Carroll too,
It,
but like Belichick and Saban, like 12 out of the last 24 years, man. It's been one of their teams have been a champion. That's unbelievable.
yeah, for real, for real.